Simple present tense, forms and use. You're a student, university keeps you busy and not having enough time to study English. This lesson is for you. By the way, I'm Firestone, your non-native English teacher. Hello, today I'm going to introduce you step by step to the English conjugation, regular verbs, and more specifically the simple present tense. Learning English conjugation can be difficult if you don't know one point of grammar you should focus on in order to get quick results. In this lesson, we are going to focus on forms and use. In general, verbs take us at the third person singular. It means the verb forms for I, you, we, and they are the same. For example, when you want to conjugate the verb to speak in simple present tense, you say I speak, you speak, we speak, they speak. I repeat, I speak, you speak, we speak, they speak. Because the verb forms for I, you, we, they are the same. But when it comes to conjugate the same verb in the third person singular, you need to learn that the verb forms for he, she, and it are the same. Or I remember telling you that the verb takes us at the third person of singular. In that way you say he speaks, she speaks, it speaks. Now let's conjugate the verb to speak in simple present tense. You say I speak, you speak, he speaks, she speaks, we speak, you speak, they speak. Now, when the verb ends in consonant plus y, the third person singular, he, she, it, is formed by removing y and adding ies. For example, to study. You notice that to study ends in y, but preceded by the consonant. What do? You remove y and you replace it by ies. You have something like studies. So when you conjugate, it's the same thing. Say, I study, you study, we study, they study. But for he, she, and it, say studies. Now, when the verb ends in ch, sh, s, x, or o, the third person singular is formed by adding es. So you need more example this time. The verb to watch, in the third person singular, you have he watches. Now you can say I watch, you watch, he watches. We watch, you watch, they watch. To finish, it ends in sh. I finish, you finish, he finishes, she finishes. We finish, you finish, they finish. To kiss ends in s. Say he kisses, she kisses. To mix, it ends in x. Say he mixes, I mix, you mix. He mixes, she mixes, we mix, you mix, they mix. To do ends in o. Say I do, you do, he does, she does, it does, we do, you do, they do. Simple present tense, negative form. In the simple present tense where there is no regular auxiliary verb, we use do or does followed by not to form the negative sentences, plus the main verb. Now, the structure is something like I, you, we, they, do not, plus the main verb. And for the third person singular, she, he, it, does not plus the main verb. For example, I do not speak English. You do not speak English. He does not speak English. She does not speak English. We do not speak English. They do not speak English. So, do not can be replaced by don't. I don't speak English. You don't speak English. He does not can be replaced by the short form doesn't speak English. Doesn't speak English. She doesn't speak English. So, you see, to put a verb in negative form, it's easy. For instance, when I say, I don't understand is negative. I understand is affirmative form. I understand English very well. The negative form, I don't understand English very well. So for regular auxiliary verb, we studied that last time. It's the verb to be, to have, and to do. Okay? When there is no regular auxiliary verb, it's the way we proceed to put the verb in negative form. Now, the question form, how to ask a question, or interrogative form. So, to ask question, it's the same thing. In the simple present tense, where there is no regular auxiliary verb, we place do or does before the subject, followed by the infinitive of the main verb. The structure is something like does slash does plus subject plus verb. Example, do you like English? Do you like English? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Do they go to school every day? No, they don't. Do you speak Italian? Yes, I do. Does she drive a car? No, she doesn't. Does she know how to drive a car? Yes, she does. Simple present tense use. The simple present tense is used to talk about a permanent situation or something that is always true. To talk about a permanent situation or something that is always true. He lives in Spain. It's a permanent situation. Does he work in a factory? Insects have 6 legs. Insects have 6 legs. It's the truth, okay? To talk about this kind of things, you need the simple present tense. What temperature does water boil at? What temperature does water boil at? We all know that the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. This is the truth. So, to talk about permanent situation or something that is always true, use the simple present tense. The simple present tense is always used to talk about things that happen regularly. To talk about things that happen regularly. She leaves for school at 8 o'clock. We don't often go out for a meal. We don't often go out for a meal is something that happens regularly. What time do you catch the bus? What time do you catch the bus? Thank you for watching today's video. Thank you and thanks again. Goodbye.